Okay, well, thank you so much for this. So we're here to talk about Proverbs 31. I think we can start whenever.
The thing with Proverbs 31, Tracy, is that it's one of those that is so known.
Yes.
That there are sites on the internet where it's and groups that are called Proverbs 31. So it's one of those known chapters on women. To me, there's so many other places in the Bible, throughout the Bible, where we can learn from different characters, the good, the bad. Proverbs has all kinds of things about women, good and bad, and things that help us. But this probably should be at least covered because it's so known. So see what they want. So are you gonna?
Sure. Would you like me to read the whole thing at once, or should we do one verse at a time?
I think one verse at a time is kind of an interesting way to
So
go.
we start chapter 31, verse 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies? So that's it.
Yeah.
I like all your notes you have.
You know,
I was so nice. All your notes are so nice.
I was thinking about we had been working with some people from prison that we had known, and we were told that there's a woman behind almost every guy that's in prison. I don't know how true that is, but I thought, oh yikes. And bottom line is that we make a difference.
Yeah.
Like Proverbs says, we can build or we can destroy simply with our mouth. And so I think it's very important that we figure out what the Bible says about us, because we need to have it clear in our minds the effect we are having. Okay, so who can find her? To me, to be this woman, from my perspective, needs to have Christ inside, so that you have the strength, the motivation, the wanting to please the Lord. He's been so good to us. He died for us. He paid the price, the ultimate price for our well-being, not to mention all the kind things he's done for we as women. But we have to have the motivation, because sometimes we don't feel like being as good as the word wants us to be.
Fair.
But as unto the Lord, and because he told us to, and we love him, we can do this. We can.
That's encouraging.
It isn't the can't. To me, it's sort of like there's the word can, C-A-N, and there's the T at the end, can't. For me to be able to can do something, it requires that cross that works inside of me, so that I can have the motivation, the ability, and God makes of us things that we never could dream of. He's so clever.
It's so good.
But it takes not just my head saying, okay, I'm going to be this virtuous person. It takes Christ to be virtuous.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so then we have the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. What do you feel like spoil means in that? What is spoil?
Have you ever been in a room where there's a bunch of people laughing and some lady comes up and starts berating or pulling out or bringing up loudly the failings and stupidity of you know what he did, oh, he's a joke. It's like, that's not uplifting him. And that's not even making you very good.
Yeah.
Because you chose that guy to marry in the first place.
That's true.
So like, whose choice was this anyway? And so the thing is that we can spoil. And that doesn't mean spoil in a nice way. That's spoil in a killing way,
spoil,
destroy.
Ruin.
We can say positive things and build up, or we can be cruel.
Yeah.
Crueler than a knife. Hatching somebody up, we can with our mouths.
I see too that you have this word trust circled.
Yes.
Doth safely trust.
To me, the value, some girls say, well, he doesn't even share anything with me. Nothing. He won't even talk with me. And he could, Well, maybe there's a reason.
Yeah.
Why should he open his heart to somebody who's going to go open it to 80 different women? And it gets on social media about how silly he was that day. He needs somebody that has his back, whether he's smart or whether he's not. He can have a weekday, but it isn't touted everywhere.
Yeah.
He can have trust that his secrets, his life, his personality is guarded, is protected, is as much as we would want to be protected ourselves. We don't want people to come up and say, let's talk about Heather, okay? Because, boy, I got some stories to tell you, And it's like, it's not a loving act.
Yeah, no.
To make fun of others. And a lot of times I've heard people, I was just joking. They rip somebody to bits and then said, well, I was just joking.
Yeah.
I was just joking. After you destroyed somebody, you were just joking?
So
that isn't a very big joke to me. I think I don't have any respect for somebody who will rip somebody apart and say, just joking.
Yeah.
Like, okay, not such a good idea.
I see. Yeah. Okay, well, our next one. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
I think that Solomon, or whoever wrote this, wanted to cover coming and going.
Yeah.
So he says, she will do him good. That's coming.
Yeah.
She's going to have a focus to do good. That's her priority. That's her intent. That's what she wants to do. She will do him good. And then, just to be sure we got it right, and not evil.
Not evil.
Not evil.
It's included.
Because somebody could wreak havoc of a husband or even a friend. It applies to not only husbands, but it definitely applies to that. A relationship goes both ways.
Yeah.
Husbands can destroy a girl just as much as a girl can destroy a guy. But so the thing is, all I'm saying is that to be careful what we say, because we can say something destructive, and then go home and make a nice pie for them. It's like it doesn't really cover the pain.
It doesn't fix the problem.
It goes down the gullet nice, tastes good, but it still didn't fix the pain that's left there. It stays there. Once ripped, it's hard to forget.
Hard to mend. Okay. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands.
To me, the main thing there is willingly. It's a matter of willingly.
Yeah.
To do him good and not evil is willingly. Have a will. I will.
Yeah.
And it's a concerted effort.
Yeah.
It's a decision. I will do this. I will. That's my choice.
Yeah.
And this thing about working with our hands, to me, one of our biggest problems nowadays is the internet and television. People have televisions, and that's their whole life.
Yeah. It's so distracting.
The children can be filthy, diapers coming out the edges, down on the floor, food, dishes completely all over everywhere, not just the sink. No food for supper, but the lady knows what the last thing was on, what her friends are having for supper, and because she was just on Facebook, and she knows this and she knows that and she knows that, and she just saw the latest film, and that was really interesting, and this and that, but it's a complete wreck.
Yeah.
And it's a willingness and to have eyes to see your choices and what's the value, what value is all this information.
I see.
If your willingness to do something with your hands. And to me, it isn't just the normal housework stuff, but it's fun to be creative.
Yeah.
And to make things and that will last.
Yeah.
My mom was a knitter, and everybody in the family's got all kinds of these beautiful little sweaters with embroidery on them.
Yeah.
That have been passed from one child to the next.
That's really special.
They're getting pretty old.
Yeah.
Because she she was willingly being active, willingly doing things that would help and make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar.
I used to always joke about this one because when we were raising our kids, being a Johnson means you like cereal pretty much. Our kids and my husband, they like their cereal. They like to have a bowl before they go to bed. They like cereal.
Cute.
And the kids did. Well, when La's dad used to live with us for numerous years, and it used to really annoy him that the kids could come home and have a bowl of cereal because he thought, why in the world are you letting them do this? And I thought, well, number one, we're paying for it.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that, to me, as long as those big old teenagers ate their supper,
they
I
could
didn't
also
care
have
what
some
they
cereal.
ate.
Yeah.
They had to eat their supper. I mean, that's the understanding.
Yeah.
If you're going to fill in between, if I make a meal, you're eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me time. It took me effort, and you're going to sit down and eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but bringeth her food from far. Because I like cereal so much, I used to hunt up places that had sales on cereal. I mean, I was a sleuth. There's like,
cereal.
Where is the cereal on sale? Getting coupons and cutting them out. Back then, we used to cut them out.
Cute.
And reading the paper where, okay, now that store's got cereal. I go there. And so sometimes I go pretty far to get a lot of cereal.
Yeah.
And I'd get numerous boxes and fill every empty hole in our cupboards with cereal because they went through it so fast. So she bringeth her food from afar, and I always used to think, I went all the way down to the store that was on the other side.
Bringeth her cereal from afar. So cute. I love it. Okay, she riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
To me, that's a matter of priority. If we are dealing with self, I actually, Tracy, have to have so much sleep, and I need, and there's no going the second mile. There's no giving of self beyond what is comfortable.
Yeah.
And you don't go far with just doing what's comfortable. So here, this lady that's being praised, she, if she was going to, she'd get up to start the bread in the morning, so they had some in the evening. Back in those days, you had to make your own bread.
Yeah.
And so, she just took care of her home.
Yeah.
Made sure everything was done,
made sure
the
things were
washing
running
and
well.
everything.
Okay. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard.
This lady is not lazy.
No.
She's an entrepreneur. What can she do that benefits? And to me, it's after the priorities are covered.
Yeah.
It doesn't say, this dear lady visited her neighbors before she even did her dishes. And she was there all day, by the way, watching the TV with the neighbor or whatever. This one is thinking, okay, what can I do to improve?
Yeah.
My family, what can I do? So it's a mindset of not living for self, not I am the key person here. It's Joy. Jesus, others, yourself.
That's a good one.
And if you do Jesus first and do whatsoever you do as heartily as unto the Lord, you will end up with joy for sure. Others and yourself at the last. Some people think, no, I have to take care of myself. I am first, because after all, who's going to take care of me if I don't do it? But that isn't how it actually works.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms.
She does take care of herself.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
She's strong. Yeah.
Yes. She doesn't. She walks. She does. She keeps her health up. She eats properly.
Yeah.
Not just all that cereal.
Yeah. It's in
There
there
are
where
other
it goes.
things in the house, by the way. A lot. We didn't just survive on cans and cereal.
There's also dinner.
That was the extra.
That's so cute. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night.
That's sobering, because when a person says, okay, I'm just going to not just be so overwhelmed by my circumstances and by my children running everywhere and by this and by that, but I'm going to step back and look. And what is it? She considereth that her merchant, she says, okay, now, how am I doing? And let's do a little check. Do my babies have rashes because I don't take care of their change their diapers enough? There's so many things you can just check off. And is that done? Have I done it? Am I praising my family? Am I giving them feedback that's beneficial? Or am I pulling the carpet from underneath them? Am I hurting them or building them?
Yeah.
So you can see by giving yourself a little report card yourself and say, Lord, and then because God is mindful and He's the most interested in us doing well, if we just humbly ask, He will help us where there's weaknesses, because all of us have weakness. I don't know about you, but Heather has weaknesses.
Oh, I do.
Okay, well, Heather does
Maybe you
too.
haven't noticed.
Well, I think you do marvelously, seriously.
You're so good, Heather.
I'm not kidding.
Okay. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff.
Yes, that's in those days for sure. To me, it's like she sews.
Yeah.
She does stuff
She's industrious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that thou shalt sew or you aren't a good lady. That's not what it is.
No.
But sewing is fun and sewing's productive.
Yeah.
And you can save a lot of money by mending things. You know, I have gone places like I think secondhand places are worthwhile going to. And there'll be a button missing in something brand new.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody will throw it away, give it away, because they didn't have a needle and thread, or they didn't have the time to put on a button for something that they paid 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 bucks for.
Yeah, that's wild.
But the button's gone, you know.
Yeah.
Or there's a little seam that's
yeah.
Many times I've found amazing deals simply to mend something by just put a few stitches
or
on
tailor it up a little
couple
bit.
buttons. Yeah, so it's a matter of realizing that you can do better, you can do more, you can be useful and productive. And anyway,
yeah, that's good. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy.
I think that's something that God has in His heart, that He's mindful of the poor and the needy. So He wants us as His daughters, as His children, to be mindful also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know what? Life is long. And somebody who's dirty rich today could be on the street 10 years from now.
That's true.
Somebody who's on the street right now could, in the same 10 years, have got their act together, come and things lined up. So you can't put your nose down at somebody who's in trouble today. It could be us tomorrow.
That's true. Okay, she is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet.
She's mindful. She's industrious.
Yeah.
She looks for things, whether it's, as I said, I am a pro thrift store person.
Yeah.
Recycling is a good thing.
Yeah.
I recycle lots of stuff.
Yeah.
So
she's prepared for this.
She has an eye for it. I remember being just grieved when I was sitting, one of our kids was playing basketball, whatever they were playing, some sport. And so we were sitting in the bleachers with all these other people. And somehow somebody next to me, that, you know, there's all these women and they're all chatting and men. And they were saying about this they were talking about their doctor's wife or a doctor's wife that lived by them or something. And she spent without stop on so much stuff, so many clothes, that a doctor who gets plenty of money was basically going to have to go bankrupt because of her spending. There was just mountains of this very expensive stuff she had to have.
Yeah.
And the poor guy couldn't get ahead, even though he was doing well to bring it home. It didn't stay in the home.
It didn't stay in the home.
Except in piles of stuff.
That's interesting.
So it hurt me. I thought, the poor fellow.
Yeah.
He worked hard to be able to make a decent living and to have a wife that appreciated it. And he just couldn't keep up.
And it just wasn't there. Yeah. Okay, she maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple.
If you go on the street with your husband, I think that by God's grace, we need to try and look so that he's happy that he's walking beside us, so that we have our hair combed or whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
Because we represent them.
Oh, interesting.
And so if so there's I'm not saying we have to be vain and do all kinds of vanity.
Yeah.
But to be as something that they say, that's my wife. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a beneficial thing, I think. So it's just making the effort to do our best.
Yeah. Yeah. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land.
Yes. That one, the story that I always think about on that one is my parents were missionaries, and my dad often spoke and stuff. So Mom came home one day from a convention that she had been to where there was another speaker. And this man was just a normal speaker. But she knew that this man's wife was sitting a row or two in front of her.
Okay.
And so once in a while she'd glance over at this lady because, she was a wife of a speaker. So she just wanted to see what,
so she understood.
Just glanced over. And the lady that she was looking at was just rapt, like, yes. She was so enthused.
That's so cute.
About listening to her own husband that my mom came home and said, that man must be a really amazing fellow because she is so enthused about him.
Yeah.
And she is showing that he's worth listening to.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Her actions say, hey, listen to this man. I live with him and he is worth listening to.
Wow.
So, and it rang a bell in my mind because I wasn't married or anything. I thought, our actions and are seen. And we do represent the guy that asked us to marry him.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of these things. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's a good story. She maketh fine linen and selleth it and delivereth girdles unto the merchant.
More than one of these verses show that we can be that we can do other things than simply changing diapers.
Yeah.
That if we have done all the basics well, and we can have the fun of making stuff.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't take over our life.
Yeah.
So that is the priority in life.
Yeah.
It's easy to let other things take precedence. It really is.
It is.
It is. Anyway, so I'm just saying that, yeah.
Yeah, that's
what
good.
I'm saying.
That's good. That's good.
Strength. Oh, as far as known in the gate,
yeah.
I forgot where we were. Yeah. I am just telling you, you ought to give it a shot. That the way you react to the man you married, other people read you as a book to know what he's like.
Yeah.
And so back in those days, if somebody sat at the gate, that means it's somebody that was to be listened to, somebody that had respect. And so if, it's sort of like when I see you and John, he has respect for your ability.
Yeah, he's very considerate.
Yes, not just considerate. He knows that you have gifts.
Yeah, he pushes me, really. He does.
because he sees
Yeah.
the
Nobody
what.
has more faith in me than John.
But you understand?
Yes, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's got eyes.
He's a good
He's
ally.
not just that.
Mm-hmm.
He is he sees what everybody just passing on the street doesn't see. He sees you.
Yeah.
And so that applies both for men and women.
Yeah.
But so people will have more respect of your mate, whether you're male or female, if you show respect.
That's so interesting. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, down to verse 25.
Okay.
Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come.
We've just said that this lady's not lazy.
Mm-hmm.
We've just said all these things that she is to be and do. We've just, and it's lots of things to do. But how do you get strength? If I sat down on the couch and I just sat there, and did nothing but sit, do my muscles get stronger?
Yeah, I see.
Do I learn to do sewing better by sitting not at the sewing machine?
Yeah, you have to work.
The only way anything is accomplished in life is this: there's work. And the only way you get strength is by working. You don't get it by osmosis or just, now I'm strong.
You have to work.
Yeah. And so the thing is, it has to be something that's part of what she puts on every single day. It's her clothing. Her clothing is purposeful.
Yeah.
Her clothing is, I have purpose today. I'm going to accomplish something. I'm going to make a difference. There's one thing. I wish I had done this. It took time. But I remember reading about a lady that that found time for that individual child, to give them one-on-one. I think it was every week, but they got it like an hour to themselves. The mom gave it to them, whether it was reading to them, but they had one-on-one, and both her children went and did amazing things.
Yeah.
It's the mother can make or break children's lives.
You make a difference.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Interesting.
And you will rejoice in time. The guy that has all these muscles that goes, whoa, whoa, he put a lot of effort into making that. And he rejoices in time when people say, wow, your muscles are amazing. Can I touch them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You will rejoice when you put in the effort.
Yeah.
Maybe right today you're tired. Maybe right today you think, I'll do this tomorrow. If we put ourselves aside and say, no, I will to do this.
Yeah.
And we will rejoice for it.
It pays out.
You only get vegetables in a garden if you plant the garden. If you weed the garden, then you get fruit or flowers. But it takes work.
It takes work.
It takes input. It takes putting time into it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, she openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness.
This, to me, if there's huge big studies that can just be done on our mouths. Like James said, a massive, great big ship.
Yeah.
Is turned by a rudder.
By a little rudder.
That is so small compared to the size of the ship. Our mouths are one of the biggest things we need to ask the Lord to help us with. And to make a point of, I don't know if I've told you this, but there was a dear girl who was having trouble. Her husband was struggling and not achieving, and she was frustrated because she wanted him to be rich and famous already, and why wasn't he? And why wasn't he providing this, that, and the other, and a million other things? And like, what's wrong with him? Why did it? Well, the bottom line is, I knew this person that she was married to, and I thought, no, look, there's love languages. That book about love languages actually is a good book, because there are people who achieve more if they know they're backed, and if they have, if they're affirmed.
Yeah.
And others, if you spend time, I agree. I think people should look at that book. But anyway, the benefit here, it was it. Yeah. So it's a matter of we can do this. Is all I got to
Yeah,
say.
the law of kindness.
We can do this.
Yeah.
And so this particular girl, I went to her, I thought, well, what's I got to lose? I'm just going to tell her what I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I had mentioned to her, I said, you know what? I think that your husband, do you say, like, when he does something good, do you tell him he does something good? I think his love language is affirmation, I think. She said, no, I don't. I said, well, you may find you should experiment.
Yeah.
For maybe a week.
Yeah.
You should experiment. Just see if it benefits you. I'm not saying to do something for somebody. I'm saying I'm thinking of you.
Yeah.
So if you give this love language a shot, give it a try. Find out what your loved one reacts to most strongly. This particular person was words of affirmation. And so I said, well, why don't you try? I'm not telling you to tell lies. But if your husband does anything, some little thing that you think, oh, that was okay, that was nice, then you say, I appreciated that. That was nice. Or I noticed that. That was clever. Or you are so clever in whatever.
Yeah.
And backing them
Yeah.
and giving that. The girl said, no, I can't do that. And I said, oh, this is for you, remember? I'm thinking,
Yeah.
talking. She said, nah, I wasn't raised that way. I can't do that. And I thought, oh dear. And the bottom line is they lost their marriage. They broke up. And the young man found somebody who backed him. And now he's rich and does what the other one wanted.
What a bummer.
But the one that the other second one was sitting there helping him, backing him, there for him and saying how clever he was and how good it was.
Yeah.
She reaped the reward of a husband like she wanted. So if your husband is not doing to others as you would have them do to you. So if you want to be affirmed, affirm them, even if it isn't their love language.
Fair.
In time, they will switch, I can guarantee it.
That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. She looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness.
Tracy, how many times has this been repeated?
Yeah, it's been brought up a couple times here, huh?
A couple.
Yeah.
Not laziness.
Yeah.
Eateth not the bread of idleness. So in other words, there's an issue here because it keeps being repeated. Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her.
This refers back to this one that you'll be happy. She shall rejoice in time to come.
Okay.
Because this is a reality.
Yeah.
If you give all through the children's growing up, if you're there for them, if you feed them so that don't ever say, well, I was starving. There was this poor sweet lady that I met once, and she said that the only way she could have breakfast is going to school and have it because they never had anything in the fridge. And I thought, you don't have to have $1 million a month to keep food so that the child is not hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, and this lady that was her mother, her appearance was what was real important to her, the girl's mother.
Yeah.
And so when I met her, everything was how she looked. And if she just put some of that towards a jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, it would have made a difference.
I'm not saying you have to have the cat's meow, the best thing in the world. But a child should never grow up and say, I was hungry, always hungry. Not if you're going to be spending the money on yourself for trivia and vanity.
Yeah.
Your children will not praise you.
No.
They will not say, my mom did the best she knew how.
They do tend to notice those things.
Slightly.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they notice how you treat their dad. Both ways. Yeah. And one thing my husband and I always felt is that we would back the other one up.
Yeah.
we may disagree and go discuss it and say, it wasn't exactly the way I thought it should be, but we backed it up. Otherwise, children have got this knack of footing you one against the other.
They sense
Daddy
weakness.
said no, and
They do.
So we need to back our husbands.
No, that's
up.
good. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Yeah, that's pretty high praise.
Yeah, I mean, give it heartily. Whatsoever you do, do heartily, not sloppily. Whatsoever you do with nonchalance. No, whatever you do it sleepily after you've taken all your full night's rest.
Mm-hmm.
No, whatever you do it heartily as unto the Lord. And he will be the one that will reward you, and your children and your husband will praise you.
Okay. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
The beauty is vain. That poor dear lady who made her appearance the only thing. And there was another dear friend of mine who was hurt for life that her mother chose. This sounds horrible, but her mother was a very good singer.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to use that talent.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was always at choir things, and she was always going, traveling, singing, and she was always singing was her priority.
Mm-hmm.
So now that her daughter is my friend and older like me, the poor dear girl had no respect for her mother.
I see.
Her mother showed zero interest in the children. All she wanted to do was to show her ability to sing. And maybe I want to give the mother credit somehow to say, well, maybe she was doing it for God or something,
mm-hmm.
but her children didn't end up praising her.
Yeah.
The poor girl was hurt by her mother's abuse and neglect.
I see.
It put her in dangerous places because she was taken care of by relatives that some abused her.
Yeah, so she didn't always have
she
her
did
mother
not
there.
Appreciate her mother going and doing these singing events.
Yeah, and leaving her behind.
And being neglectful.
I see. Okay. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
So let what?
Let her own works praise her in the gates.
So what does that indicate?
Yeah, that
what
it's
is her
that
own
it's
works?
her own works.
What is her own works?
Yeah. I see. I think it's all this stuff, right?
Yes.
That we just listed.
It's her own works praise her in the gates. So if she has been creative,
mm-hmm.
and let's say even that she didn't sell stuff, but she made something nice for somebody, and it's in the gate, the person is wearing it, and says, where did you get that beautiful thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's using that. But to me, the main thing that will praise her in the gates is her children and her husband.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. I see. Yeah.
They'll say, well, it makes such a difference. It reminds me of the story that Brother Branham told about the lady who was a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there was this story. There's this lady who was a Christian and loved Jesus, and her husband was just drunk and just not a Christian at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he was difficult to live with.
Yeah.
And so these two drunk men, one being the husband of this lady, were talking in the bar and saying, there ain't such thing as Christianity. There's no real Christians. They're all hypocrites,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and the other one says, well, just hold it. I know one that claims to be a Christian that isn't. And says, oh no, I bet they aren't. No, actually, it's a she. It's my wife, and she actually is a Christian.
Oh, that's a quite
and
testimony about
the
somebody.
guy said, bah humbug. I bet if you were unkind to her, well, I'm plenty unkind to her. And I bet, show me, prove it. So I said, okay, come with me. So they come barging through the house into the, I can't remember at what hour. It was not an easy hour.
Yeah.
It was not food time. This was just some oddball time that they bound into the house. And the husband there, he really puts on the drunk part. And he says, okay, bang, crash with his hands and feet. I want I go, what do you want? I want, I want an omelet, and I want this, and I want that. And so she looks and she says, okay, all right. So she leaves off what she was doing. She goes to the kitchen, and she's busy making whatever. And the men are in the other room, and the guy's kind of already kind of surprised,
Alarmed.
like, she's actually doing it.
Yeah.
I told you. Oh, yeah, okay. So here's the lady, and then she starts humming, a Christian song. And by this time, the other guy's going, oh my. And so, and the husband says, and be quick while you're at it.
Yeah.
Come on, I want it right now. And so she said, I'm coming. So then she brings all this food that she spent whatever the amount of time with making. She puts it in front of them nicely, sets it there. And the husband gets up, he picks it up, and he throws it on the ground. And she just gets down and starts picking it up and didn't say anything, didn't give bad scowls. She just cleaned it up. And, is there anything else that you would like? And so then by this time, the person was the guy was completely, he'd never seen anything like it in his life. So
it's remarkable.
So the husband says, was I right? He said, yes, you were right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and I
pretty
believe
good.
that both the guys got saved.
Yeah, I remember
because
the story.
they saw something real, something that wasn't eye-oriented, something that was giving and serving without getting
what
reward.
a testimony she had.
I so admire.
Yeah, that's really something.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Well, that's pretty
anyway,
good.
I'm just saying that it pays to me to have a family and to have a husband is a mission in life.
Yeah,
it's one that's of untold value, that you never know the outcome necessarily, but you will see it. You will rejoice in time to come.
Yeah,
and your own works will praise you in the gates.
I see.
I think of Lincoln,
okay.
Abraham Lincoln. It was I think it was his second mother, because his mom died, and I believe it was his second. But he made no bones about giving that woman credit for her mothering, that provided books for him.
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff that he gave her credit for.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He had achieved. Your own works will praise you in the gates.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah,
so it's worthwhile.
It's worth putting in the work, we see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
So Lord, help us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
it's
so
worth
good.
the effort.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah. Thank you for going through that with me.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you feel like you want to add, or do you feel like we've covered it?
The only thing I'd like to just say is this isn't the only thing in the Bible that it talks about women and stuff. So I would advise anybody to get a Bible and either a pencil or a little highlighter or something, and to start at the very beginning of the Bible and mark anything that has to do with women, referring to women, talking about women.
Such a good idea.
Anything about women, and get all the way through, so that when you just go like this, you can see where the pink, whether it's a pink marker or what, you can see where it is. And because from the beginning, Eve is the one that got Adam, said, oh, but Adam, sweetie, this is good for the eyes. Look, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything about it is just, I've been told, it's so wonderful, and God didn't really mean it anyway, So I'm saying, start from the beginning.
Yeah, and go through.
It will be worthwhile.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay. Thanks so much, Heather. Okay. All right.